Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1187. Hi, my name is Mike Matthews. Welcome to Cafe Anyway. This is the place where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley. No, breathing's not necessary when you talk. Just say a bunch of sentences really fast, close together like that. No, I shall not. You can't make me. So this is going to be a very fun episode because today,
Mike's Daily Podcast.
We're going to hear from Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the Engineer, and the return, finally, of Addendum with Kevin.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
It's been like a half a freaking year. Well, I guess I could talk politics, but I don't think you want to get caught up in that mix of the whole thing with Hillary talking about Bernie Sanders supporters, and then there's Trump, and people like to dump on Trump because he's a stupid man stump.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Hey, the word stump comes back again into this show a little bit later. You'll find out. Just stick around. This is awesome.
Mike's
That
Daily
I got
Podcast.
to eat
Yeah.
a bunch of pho with Kevin and Rosalinda. You will find out that, well, that actually happened after the addendum with Kevin, but just to let you know, much pho was eaten, and it was so good. Wow. But I think what we're realizing now is that it's October, and that's weird, and there's a 10 in front of our dates, because we're American, and we put the month first, not like you Europeans that put your day first. What the heck? By the way, I spoke to a European over the weekend. On Saturday, I spoke with Petra, who's been on the show. You can find her in the interview section, interviews from 2015 to 2016. I don't need to breathe. It's on mikesdailypodcast.com, a wonderful website where you can find past interviews, the podcast picture. Oh, speaking of the podcast picture,
here's today's podcast picture.
it's of Basil the Boxer looking at a goat on one of our walks, and the goat's looking at Basil. Basil actually barked at the goat, and the goat rammed with his horns the fence. It's funny. But that's not in the picture, but you can see it anyway at mikesdailypodcast.com. And you can also help out the show. There's an Amazon link. If you're going to buy anything on Amazon, click on that. And that helps us out. There's also PayPal. You'll get a special greeting from all the Cafe Anyway characters, like this character that just walked in.
Hello, Mike Matthews. It's Chely Shoehart, gift shop supervisor. I find it's very demeaning when you call me just a character.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Anyway.
Cafe Anyway. There's other characters as well, so just to mikesdailypodcast.com, you can see all that. So it's October now. Officially, people can put up their scary stuff on their front lawns. I'm excited about that. I have a couple of lame-looking skeletons that I'd like to put on my front. I feel that that it represents Halloween, especially here in California, where we also celebrate the Dia de los Muertos. Or is it Muertos? Wait, no, that's a feminine, right? Muertos. Wait, dead? Is it just the female dead people? I need to go back to my Spanish class. And Ms. Mejia, she was short and beautiful. Hey, look who else just walked in. Oh, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman. And this is John Deere the Engineer. Mike, I heard you got an email for you-mail. Yes, we did. In fact, let's do that.
Oh, my God.
Email for me.
It was that show that I did last week where I couldn't remember Ted Nugent's name, and I got this text from Haley that says, Ted Nugent! Thank you, Haley. That helped me out tremendously. Okay, now, Addendum with Kevin.
Addendum with Kevin.
What we're doing right now is we're doing the show, Mike's Daily Podcast, and let's see if we're going to get any... Hey, how you doing, Kevin?
How you doing, Mike? Nice to be back.
I'm gonna shove this phone in your face because it's so loud in here. Addendum with Kevin. What's going on?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. Welcome over here to our Chely 21A brewery tour. Yeah.
You don't know what that is.
What was that joke you told?
What?
The Brexit?
Oh,
A fat woman?
when a fat girl from Hull sits on a bench. She Brexit.
I have to guess my beer.
I can tell you what it is by the color.
What happened was Soul Asylum came over and threw me on a runaway train. Next thing I knew, I was here at 21st Amendment. So here's Kevin, Addendum with Kevin.
Welcome back. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. And technically, you're at my brewery, so I'm having you. Welcome.
What I most about your beer is it's so well crafted.
It is. We have 6 excellent brewers, and our head brewer is actually the head of the Master Brewers Association. So we have the best of the best of the best.
What I have in front of me now is a dark beer and a more light beer. Can you tell me what they are, Kevin?
I'd be happy to. So over here on your left, the dark beer we're looking at is the He Said Baltic Porter. It's been aged for just about a year and change. It's a lovely dark Baltic Porter. Now, Baltic Porter means that is basically it starts life as a dark beer that should be a ale, but they use a lager yeast instead, so it's very rich. But at the same time, it's very delicate and light, much like a lager would. Now, on your right, we have a very special beer. It's actually the farewell brew of our brewer, Nick, who today was his last day, brewed an Imperial IPA called Mic Drop. And he basically said that he'd done what he wanted to, and he's basically dropping the mic on his job here. He's actually he's a great guy because he's a math teacher. He loves teaching kids, and he stopped being a teacher because I assume the pay is horrible. And then he'd worked here, got a great degree in brewing, and he got a degree first, now he works here. But then he basically had to be true to himself. He's like, you know what, I love teaching. I love teaching the kids, and you're really responsible for, like someone's future that way. And he's like, he got a great opportunity to teach in Sacramento, and he said, I have to take it. So he brewed one big IPA, and it's his sort of farewell piece.
Oh my gosh! So this delicious beer that is so hoppy and delicious is what's it called?
It's called Mic Drop.
Mic Drop. I love that name. It's as if I were to drop this phone and because it's kind of a microphone in my face. But I'm not going to do that because this phone is got no shield on it whatsoever, and it would shatter in a million pieces.
Yeah, it would. It's better than your iPhone, which did shatter until a million pieces.
I hated that phone with a passion. Hey, Kevin, it's been too long since you've been on this podcast.
I know.
You have your lovely lady friend, Rosalinda. Hello, Rosalinda. You want to be on the podcast?
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm doing okay. Cold, but good.
You met Tyra Banks. Tell us all about it.
I did meet Tyra Banks today. She was amazing. She's such a great person and super tall and just, teaches everybody how to catwalk.
Did you learn how to catwalk today?
I didn't, but I saw a guy do it in 6-inch heels.
See, men, we really don't know.
It was an interesting town.
I don't know exactly how you can teach a guy to do that. Because Kevin, did you, because I don't know that much about sports, but I do know, because I was forced to play football, and I was forced to be the center on a football team. I was the center, and that meant I got my ass kicked every single game.
It's knocked out of you. Yeah,
I did. So, but I know that 6-inch heels are very difficult, and only women can do them. How does a guy do it, Rosalinda?
Well, it's what's his name? Brad Galinsky? I forget his name. He's a stylist.
Wait, that's the one that did that thing with Clinton and got everyone in trouble, and Hillary. Monica Lewinsky?
Oh, no, not that.
I thought that was the dad from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Zelensky.
Oh, really?
Goreski, Brad Goreski.
Rick Moranis?
Brad Goreski, he's a stylist. He was on the Story Report, then he had his own show on Bravo. So he's used to walking in 6-inch heels.
Oh, right. He was on MTV once upon a time or something. No?
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, anyway, it's difficult. So tell us about Tyra Banks, and let me make sure this is recording still. Yes, it's still recording. Okay. So go ahead and tell us the story.
Well, what do you want to know?
Well, when did Tyra Banks come out in her bikini, and what was it like when she was there talking to you? Was she cold?
She was not in her bikini. She was in this gorgeous, white dress with the brown belt, and she came out she did the...
Did the brown belt make the outfit, or was it off? Was it a little bit off? Did she kind of because women in belts, I don't know. Because guys in belts, we live for belts. If we don't have a belt, hey, I don't know her name because I didn't say it's Carrie.
Carrie, that is Carrie, the one of the third manager we have here.
Does she have a belt on?
I don't know. I didn't really pay attention.
Anyway, what was my question? The belts. Okay. So Tyra Banks, it looked okay?
Yeah, the belt made the outfit. It was gorgeous. She's a great dresser. She's amazing.
Well, what was Tyra Banks doing there? Where were you exactly?
I was at the Brit & Co. remake conference that was taking place today at Fort Mason in San Francisco, and she was their closing speaker. Actually, the last thing she said was, always chase your fire or something like that. It was something along the lines of that.
I am so envious of you. Not because, I might be a little, what am I trying to say? A little loaded. I might be a little bit attracted to Tyra Banks, but because she dispels her information to you.
She did. She gave us great advice on how to empower yourself as a woman and chase your dreams and be a hustler like she is.
There's no male equivalent. We wouldn't have anything like that.
No, not really. I mean, if you're a male hustler, you usually end up going to jail for something. I mean, the male Tyra Banks would be someone who could make something look sexy and be very profitable. That's be Steve Jobs, and he's dead. Or you're the head of Wells Fargo, and he's probably going to go to jail. So that's basically how it goes.
Stump. His name is Stump. That's not good for Trump. His last name is Stump.
His name is Stump? Who the hell names their kid Stump?
That's not good because he's stumpy the rest of his life.
Wait. His first or last name was Stump?
Last name.
Oh, okay. I was naming your kid Stump Jones sounds like a rapper or a football player.
Rosalinda, I am so sorry. Continue with your story.
Yeah, we kind of want to know.
What was I saying?
Tyra Banks taught you all about belts.
She taught us all about following your fire and just hustling and working the extra job and, being a great mom while you're doing all of that.
I believe the Spanish interpretation of that would be following your fuego.
Sí, siguiendo tu fuego.
That's amazing. Well, what else would you like to say to the podcast listeners out there listening to Mike's Daily Podcast? All one of them.
Be fearlessly creative, always. That's it.
That's so beautiful. You have to be fearlessly creative. You can't care about what people think.
Not at all. You have to just go out there and choose courage over comfort.
That's exactly what you were talking about earlier, Kevin, when you were talking about Over the Hedge and that guy. He had to compromise his vision for writing the script because you were in that class with him, and he had to put a stupid dancing pig in there.
Yep. Basically, there's always going to be people who want you to alter your vision or just make something else fit because a focus group in Manhattan told us that this would be a good idea.
He did not fire. His follows fire.
Well, yes, but Sometimes not following your fire is how you pay for your Toyota Tercel and your 300 square foot apartment in San Francisco for $5,000.
Ooh. It's expensive here, huh?
It is really expensive.
Muy expensivo.
Muy caro.
Caro.
That's the proper way to say it in Spanish.
Caro. It sounds like car-o.
It does, but it's not caro.
Because Spanish for car is auto.
Carro tiene doble R.
That you just said the car is on the air.
No, I said car has double R.
Wait, caro R, right? Because the air R is are.
So there's a difference between.
Hi.
You're on the podcast.
We're recording a podcast.
There's a difference between.
You got the hell out of here.
There's a difference between caro and carro.
Wait, explain.
Caro has one R. Carro has two R's. You can hear it. You can hear it.
Like we got here in my carro.
So, let me break this down for you. 2 R's is a car, and 1 R is expensive. 3 R's means don't let me in the house because I'm drinking too much 21st Amendment.
Yeah, I haven't cut you off yet.
Kevin, we miss you so much at my old job, but we won't talk about that. Kevin, I've told many people that they need to take a tour of this wonderful brewery with you because you explain everything and it's so informative. Kevin, I need to grow facial hair.
You do, Mike. It is really cold and really windy, and it's actually like blustery wind right now. And yeah, you and I are both follicularly challenged, and you have no facial hair, Mike.
Now, a funicular is a car that drags you up the side of a hill, whilst the other car pulls the other one. It's a gravity, a funicular.
I was saying, yeah, Italian song, funicular.
There's a song?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
An Italian song?
Huh.
Let's sing it together. The funicular goes up the hill, funicular. Is that?
That's it. Wow, how did you know?
I love Italian songs. I don't know any Italian songs. I don't know. The only Italian word I know is goombats. I don't know what that means.
Not really. That's a New Jersey Italian word.
What?
That's not a real Italian word.
I know prego.
Prego. Yes, exactly.
Pronto.
What?
Pronto. Isn't that an Italian word?
Pronto, yeah. Pronto is now. I need this beer. Pronto.
Wow. Teach us some more Italian.
I think I teach him Italian.
Vaffangulo.
That means that's a bad word. Wait, what is shove it up your derriere?
I think I basically just told you.
Was that it? Oh, okay. Well, Kevin, I'll let this last part be yours. Anything else you'd like to say on Addendum with Kevin?
Yeah, I do want to say that, I really miss all of our listeners and all the radio station listeners. It's been a little while, and I miss you guys. But it's cool. I'm here over at 21st Amendment in San Leandro. Come on down and hang out with us. Say you get that you listen to Mike's Daily Podcast, and I'll get you a discount on the beer.
Oh, wow.
As long as you make sure to talk to me, Kevin. I will take care of that.